Get up! Still!
Yes.
It's pointless to worry about what might be happening to her.
While we're sitting here safely in Mattie's...
Now the Gestapo have got her, we're anything but safe. If we could find out what she's telling them.
Do you think Krieger would know?
Probable.
Maybe he's told Claudine.
If not, maybe she can persuade him to. Go and see her. I'd better get to Area 2. Their pianist can tell Cad that Aimé's been caught.
Thank God for Claudine. If it wasn't for her, we'd have all walked straight into Krieger's hands, me first.
Should be surprised to see you again.
Bitte, lassen Sie uns allein.
Minuten.
Won't you sit down? How are you finding it here?
How do you think?
Can't say I didn't warn you. Coffee?
Yes.
No, please? You see what a dreadful effect this place is having on you, Amy. You're forgetting your manners.
Should I say it's an unexpected pleasure to see you? Certainly unexpected. One thing you notice in this place, nobody comes here unless they're in trouble. Nobody. You in trouble, Colonel Krieger. It can't have done your career much good, having to hand me over to the Gestapo. They must think you're losing your touch. But then again, they don't go in for the smooth approach, do they?
How astute. But then that's often the case with you people. Lochheim. Oh, yes. I know a Jew when I see one. I can't imagine what the Gestapo wouldn't do to you if I were to mention this. You are, if I may say so, their favorite kind.
Lochheim.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
When did you make your last confession?
It was on the Feast of the Assumption.
Go on.
I need to contact Gelou.
Kneel and pray. When the church is empty, I will come to you.
My message is urgent, Father.
I can't leave before the usual time. It will be noticed. Be patient.
Claudine? It's all right. I'm not a ghost.
Why did you come back?
I was needed.
But you were safe. My God, after everything I risked to get you home.
Believe me, I didn't choose this. Or maybe I did. What is it, Claudine?
I'm sorry. I'm just surprised. I didn't expect to see you again.
How are things with Krieger?
Oh, he comes here occasionally. He likes to forget he is only a soldier. Really, If one allowed it, the man would get quite above himself. Of course, you must understand, I completely despise him. Completely.
You know he's handed Aimee over to the Gestapo.
Yes. Yes, I do. Liz, believe me, there is nothing you can do. You must go back to England now.
I can't, not yet. I've got to contact her, Claudine, and I need your help.
I helped you enough last time. I can't do it again.
Well, what about Aimee?
Oh, she'll get through it. Now, please, you must go home. Well, Krieger will protect her.
Why?
What?
Well, why should he do that?
It's in his interests. As long as she talks, Krieger's safe. He promised me she'd be...
Promised?
Yes.
Well, why? In return for what?
Nothing.
But Krieger doesn't make promises for nothing. It was you. It was you.
Really, Liz? I don't know what's become of you since you got... Well,
Don't lie to me, Claudine. You did it, didn't you? You betrayed her.
Yes. Liz, it's not what you think.
Isn't it? How much did you get for her? Hmm?
How can you say this? Take your hands off me. You're hurting.
No, really, what did you get?
You. I got you.
Krieger knew all about you, Liz. Put yourself in my place. What would you have done?
You betrayed her.
You'd rather I let them take you. Is that it? I did this for you.
You did this for yourself. You have always done everything for yourself. You just wanted to stay tucked up nice and safe while other people like Aimee had won the war for you, and it had all just gone away. And you could go on despising them.
I've done my work for you people. Long before you ever got here, didn't they tell you? I made a deal with Krieger. That girl isn't one of us.
You make me feel so dirty.
How dare you? Liz?
Confirm Aimee and radio captured 9 days ago. Regard all messages since as false. Repeat, false.
Okay. Don't use this place twice. I've got to get back. What are you doing out here?
Find out how they got Mattie. Claudine betrayed her. She admitted it. I went home, Krieger got Mattie. That was the bargain. Seems that Mattie isn't one of us. The trouble is, I don't think I'm one of us anymore either.
Claudine doesn't know about anyone else, does she?
Only me.
Do you think she'd give you away as well?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine her betraying anyone before. How could I? She was my friend, my oldest,
Now, obviously,
closest...
we must assume she'll tell Krieger you've returned.
I know what I have to do.
Come in, James. Thank you for seeing me, sir. I've got rather a problem. Oh, we've all got rather a problem these days. Thank you. Wife all right? Yes, fine, thank you, sir. Yours? Oh, it's fine, thanks. Well, actually, no, she isn't really. Well, actually, neither's mine, sir. Well, What can I do for you? The Germans have captured my radio operator in Area 3, 9 days ago. Naturally, they've been sending us false information.
Relating to the combined operations attack on the U-boat station?
Yes, sir. We must therefore assume them to be fully informed about it. I'm afraid that the attack, as proposed, could not now go ahead.
The Admiralty aren't going to like that.
I don't think any of us are, sir. Especially my radio operator.
There's point taken.
Sorry, sir.
You said the attack as proposed can't now take place.
I did, sir.
Come on, James. This isn't the Cambridge Debating Society. Tell me what you're thinking.
Well, given the people we have out there in the field, it is just possible they could rescue her. It's been done before. But that may not be the best thing, objectively.
What would be?
If we continue transmitting to her as usual, the Germans will be unaware we know she's in their hands. We can therefore feed them false information, relate this information to the attack on the U-boat station, for example, and mislead them as to when it'll take place.
She's more valuable to us as a prisoner than out in the field. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, God help us, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I think I'm inclined to agree with you, James. I'll summon an emergency meeting as suggested.
There is one argument against her, however small. When the Germans discover we've been deceiving them, particularly if the raid is successful, the consequences for Amy, the radio operator, are unthinkable.
Yes. All right, James. I'll let you know what's decided.
Thank you, sir.
My, wife hasn't been too well. Our younger boy was killed last month, North Atlantic. First time at sea.
Oh,
Just declaring an interest.
Yes, sir.
just like to know what I'm supposed to do while Liz is gallivanting about in France.
I think you're supposed to do what everyone else in the whole country is having to do. Make the best of things.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Lawrence, you must stop torturing yourself. It doesn't do any good. I'm sorry, but you do just have to accept things. We both do, at least for now.
What's happened to her? She's not the woman I married anymore.
She has changed. I know. I've seen it too. But she'll still need you when she comes back.
Will she? I know how these cloak and dagger people see the rest of us.
Ring this number in town and tell them who you are. It's Lizzie's contact. Maybe she can help.
I rather thought the execution would be a little more clinical than this.
What makes you think I've come to kill you?
Well, isn't that how it's done? The price for betrayal, as you call it, is death. Shot neatly through the head, the body found 2 days later in a ditch.
It wouldn't have given me any pleasure, but if those had been my orders.
If? So I'm to be allowed to live a while longer.
Maybe. It depends.
And who do I thank for this reprieve?
Strangely enough, Amy. We need to contact her, and our only way of doing it is through you.
You'll only call me a liar if I say I'll do anything.
Including, quite possibly, telling Krieger everything I'm about to say, but that's my risk, isn't it?
You're going to get her out.
And you're going to help. We need to find the cleaner who brought out Amy's message. Excuse me. Claudine de Valois sent me. I need to talk to you.
Nothing.
Only that they took Matty to Gestapo headquarters in Prague. She'd never been inside the building itself. She knew nothing about the layout, and she couldn't even think of a single person who could help us.
I can.
They think they can rescue her.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Unfortunately, I've just heard from Whitehall. The feeling is that Amy must be left in the hands of the Germans, so they can be fed false information about the combined operations attack. On no account can any attempt be made to free her.
I see.
We have a combined operations raid where nobody knows what anybody else is doing. And we can't save one of our own agents because she's more use dead.
It's not your fault.
I chose her. I trained her. I sent her. Now. Have that transmitted to Area 2 at the next scud.
An excellent brandy, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
And an impressive claret at dinner.
Madame de Valois is a fine cellar.
I'm so pleased you're able to make use of it.
Madame de Valois has been unstintingly generous of herself and her possessions.
How kind of you, Madame. Must be painful for you to return as a guest in your own house.
Colonel Krieger has made the transition as easy as possible.
You mustn't get too used to the Colonel's presence, Madame. I dare say he finds all this more pleasant than a spell on the Eastern Front. Colonel? Only I am under a lot of pressure to transfer units there. Von Paulus has somehow managed, yet again, to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. He's very anxious to share that honor with other distinguished officers. Got your snow boots packed, Lieutenant?
No, sir.
I can't believe there's any disquiet about my record here, sir. Since I took over, we have penetrated Free French and Communist cells, and now that we have the British radio operator, we should be able to round them up as well.
I understand Colonel Krieger has you to thank for her capture.
Colonel Krieger explained the situation to me very clearly.
I can see you're going to be a very valuable ally for us in the future.
On the contrary, I think my value will be very limited. The moment the British find out their radio operator's been captured.
You can rely on us to protect you. Vorsichtig, passen Sie auf sie auf. Sie könnte uns genauso leicht Sorgen machen.
Ich weiß.
This radio operator, she has told you what you want to know?
No, sir. Neither the lieutenant nor the Gestapo in Prague have been able to break her.
I want the name of the leader of the British cell in this area, Krieger. I want the Abwehr to get it, not the Gestapo. I'm relying on you to do so.
You think you can walk into Gestapo headquarters through the front door?
At the moment, we couldn't walk in there at all. That's why we need your help, Maurice. The Lysander comes for Celeste on Friday night. If we're successful, it will take Amy as well, and she'll be home before the Germans even know she's gone.
I want no part of this.
I run this area.
In that case, don't you think you better make your own decisions?
Meaning?
Meaning just because you've taken a fancy to Celeste...
Oh, for God's sake.
It doesn't mean to say you're entitled to throw our lives away.
You listen to me. I need to know the layout of the building and exactly where Amy's being held inside it. You know people who can tell me. Now, where do I find them?
All right, I'll give you the information. But after that, you're on your own. You get no other help from us. Understood?
Perfectly.
Tell him.
We have contact with a woman who feeds prisoners in the cells. She'll tell you which one Amy's in.
And since they're looking for you, you better send Serrano here.
And there's a docker who worked in the building before the war. He knows the place inside out. You need to send someone else to speak to him.
I'll go.
You really think she's worth it?
Tell me about Gregoire, Amy. Tell me about him. I know you have met him, Amy. Who is he? Who is Gregoire? Where did you meet him?
Thanks for coming. Coming. I smelt it as soon as I came through the door. Knew straight away. Through there she was. Through there.
Did she leave a note?
No need. I know why she done it. Anyone would. She didn't think she was ever going to see Matty again.
Do you need any money?
What you've got to do is bring Matty home. That's what I need.
Mr. Fairman, I can't do that.
Why not? She's done her bit now. We all have, my family. You've got other people, send someone else.
I'm afraid it's not as straightforward as that. Mr. Fairman, I'll be honest with you. Matty has been captured.
Captured?
So I'm afraid you can't hope to see her again until the war is over. Realistically, you must also prepare yourself for the possibility of never seeing her again. I am very sorry.
You are a fool, Amy. All this unpleasantness is unnecessary. Tell me about Gregoire. You're going to die, Amy. You'll be no use to anyone then. Tell me. Tell me about Gregoire. Tell me.
I'd like a word with you.
Do sit down, Major Granger. Yes.
I'm really very concerned about my wife's welfare. What precisely is she doing?
I think you know Mrs. Granger is on active service abroad. Obviously, I don't need to remind you as an officer that that information is entirely secret. But she is safe and well.
Is that it?
If you have any other questions, I may be able to answer them. I can't promise.
I'd like to know where she is and what she's doing.
You can't possibly expect me to tell you that.
What about when is she coming back?
Very soon. Her mission is complete. All being well, she should be back in this country in a few days' time.
And that'll be the end of it?
We don't force anyone into this, Major. Joining us wasn't an easy decision for her. She knew how worried you and her mother would be. And leaving Vicky...
God. You know all about us, don't you?
You must understand, it was entirely Liz's decision to join. At least she is able to make a contribution a lot of other people can't.
People like me, you mean?
I didn't say that.
Didn't need to. You don't have the monopoly on intelligence. I don't know how we're ever going to get over this. She's a different woman since you people got hold of her. You talk about the war effort, making a contribution. All right, I've hardly been in the front line, but I did what I was asked. I did not have to give up my marriage as well.
Nobody's asking you to. Your wife is a very brave woman. She's never had an opportunity to demonstrate that before. The war's changed all of us, hasn't it? Made us find qualities we didn't know we had.
I adored Liz the moment I saw her. Still do. Could never quite believe my luck. I'm scared stiff of something happening to her. I don't mean getting caught. I don't think about that. I mean what you said about people changing.
I can at least say she won't be in any more immediate danger. It's the best I can do.
Thank you.
Have you got that?
Yes, I've got it. But it'll be difficult for her. They've been keeping her awake for questioning. To stay up another night, even if they leave her alone...
She'll manage. But she has to get the message today. You sure you can do that?
With luck.
So it's tomorrow night. Now, once we've got her out, myself, Liz, and Amy go straight on to meet the plane. Can you make sure that Claudine keeps Krieger in Goulancourt while all this is going on?
I can ask.
We've had a message from Area 2 about M.A.
It's the go-ahead.
I'm afraid not. It's do not attempt rescue.
It can't be true.
What, someone in London having some sense? It's not completely impossible.
It's a mistake, it must be.
I have to go. Think of other things. The future. Believe me, it's best.
We're going ahead.
I thought you upper-class Englishmen always obeyed orders.
We need a car.
What?
To get away in.
You'll have to find your own. Without clearance from London, you get nothing from us.
You're not the most popular group in London yourself, you know.
Of course not. We're communists. We understand history. The Nazis aren't going to be here forever. And the British government isn't going to arm a Future Workers International just across the channel.
What I don't tell them, London don't know.
What are you offering me?
I need a car.
In return for a car?
Weapons.
Let's have a drink.
So, I'm to be his entertainment.
If that's how you want to put it, we're only asking you to do what you've always done with Krieger. Talk to him about the weather, problems with the servants. Just make sure that you keep him here.
And while I'm doing so?
You don't need to know about that.
You must be in some difficulty.
We are. I also came to say goodbye. If everything goes according to plan, we should be gone tomorrow. And if it doesn't, well, this is also goodbye.
I see.
If we are betrayed, Claudine, there are others in the area.
So, we part with a threat.
I'm just warning you for your own sake, that's all.
Well, Liz, you've certainly grown up.
We've all grown up.
You can trust me.
Can I?
Feed her.
Food? You must eat. You must. Those bastards will be back for you. I can't see. Stay awake tomorrow night.
Oh, man.
What a pleasure it is to see you again, madame. I thought you quite deserted me.
I needed some time to think. The world's so different to the life we knew before. A woman must learn to adjust.
And you've adjusted.
Yes. Don't sit over there. After all, we're not strangers, Werner.
If we get back, I'd like us not to be strangers.
We couldn't continue with anything. It would be different, Liz.
But why? We'd still be the same people back in England.
You've got a husband at home and a child.
If it wasn't for Vicky, I almost think I wouldn't want to go back home at all. It's crazy, isn't it? I've been scared stiff for every minute of every day. Do you know what? I've never felt so alive. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. I wouldn't have missed you for the world.
I wouldn't have missed you either. Not for anything. You brought me back to life.
So what happens? We go back to being dead.
Sorry. No head for heights.
This is a hell of a time to say so.
I'll be all right.
Don't look down.
Now I'm afraid I must return to my duties.
Oh, but you can't go yet. Surely.
Perhaps I may call again soon.
Don't go.
Run!
They got an alarm.
Go! You too!
Beeilen Sie sich doch hierher! Kommen Sie hier bitte.
You drive.
Du schnell, hier die Hauptkontrolle! Scheiß doch mal auf die Reifen! Stop the car! Stop!
I'm staying.
Staying?
I couldn't tell you before.
But
There's nobody else. Forgive me. Good luck.
good luck.
It was irresponsibility of the grossest kind, resulting in the needless death of a British officer.
But preventing the death of another one, sir.
That's hardly going to impress combined operations. Have you any idea of the scale of the attack they had organized? A postponement of even a few days in these circumstances is critical.
I realize that, sir, but we were kept in the dark.
You knew what it was important for you to know. The rules apply to everybody.
I did authorize the message not to attempt to rescue, sir.
Your outfit doesn't understand the meaning of discipline. Orders, Cadogan, orders. Your people are amateurs.
Yes, sir. But if I may say so, in my opinion, the agents in Area 3 displayed courage above and beyond the call of duty. Had it not been for their bravery, the attack could never have been planned in the first place. The work they did in the docks, getting the information out.
I know all about that, Cadogan. I think you should know that your heroes have made a lot of people back here extremely angry. If I had my way, I'd wind you up here and now.
The PM never intended us as a conventional service, sir.
The attack on Prague will be remounted as soon as possible. You will be informed as and when required. Kindly tell your agents still on the ground in Area 3. That'll be all.
Stand! Stand! Ross! Stop! Stop!
Matty?
I'm home, Grandad.
Matty? They said you was caught.
I got out. Huh? I'm all right. And what you doing sitting here in the dark, eh? I'm not dead. Look at me. Where's Mum?